Dr. Bowman here from New London Counseling Center. So let's take a moment to review the breathing exercise that we learned last time. So if you want to place one hand on your chest and one on your abdomen, we're going to identify where your breath is coming from right now. So take a few normal breaths and try to notice which hand is moving more, whether the hand on your chest is moving or the hand on your belly. If you notice that the hand on your chest is moving more, then chances are you're taking shallower, more rapid breaths, and that's more related to anxiety or stress. Whereas if your hand on your belly is moving more, then you're taking fuller, deeper, more oxygenating breaths. So try to shift your breath, if it's shallow and rapid, to a deeper, fuller breath out of your belly. If you're struggling to do this just by sitting up in a chair, there's a couple things that you could try. One is to put your hands behind the back of your chair and press your stomach and your chest forward. That creates some openness and some expansion there that will allow your stomach to move a little bit more freely. So try that and see if your belly will move more in that position. The other thing that you could try is to lie down on the floor or another hard surface and put an object on your stomach, like a book or a stuffed animal, and try to make that object move up and down as your breath is going in and out. So take a few breaths now and try to make them a little bit deeper and a little bit longer than usual. Paying attention to the breath is important for a number of reasons, including calming down your mind and your body. It's also important for anxiety and depression because it can take away your attention from your thoughts, which might be negative or critical or unproductive, and focusing on something that is here and now in the moment that you can control. So for lots of reasons, the breath is a really important tool that we'll continue to work on throughout this series and in the mindfulness-based cognitive therapy class that we'll be starting soon. So we're going to start today by talking about anxiety and some of the signs and symptoms. Anxiety is a common experience that many of us can relate to at some point in our lives, but particularly now so. It's increasingly a struggle for many Americans. Even people who are generally psychologically healthy can be struggling right now because of the increased demands at home, at work, the social distancing, the physical isolation, the economic changes, and just the uncertainty of not knowing what life is going to be like when all of this is over. And those that were already prone to anxiety and depression are likely to have an exacerbation of their symptoms right now. So it's probably even worse than normal for them. So let me just say that if you feel alone in your struggle right now, you're not. We are all in this together. And if there's anything that we can do for you at New London Counseling Center, please don't hesitate to contact us. We can get you set up with a therapist who is well experienced in working with anxiety and depression. So anxiety is a term that people use to refer to things like high stress, worried, high strung, nervous. No matter what term you're using to describe anxiety, the signs and symptoms can be physical, they can be psychological, and they can be behavioral. Some of the classic signs is a racing heart, pounding in the chest, sweating, shaking or trembling, quick shallow breathing, headache, dizziness, nausea or other stomach issues, changes in appetite, either eating too much or eating too little, and muscle tightness or soreness. There are also mental components to anxiety, such as lots of worry and fear, trouble concentrating or remembering things, racing thoughts, self-critical thoughts, irritability, nervousness, impatience, or feeling like your mind is scattered. And lastly, anxiety also manifests in behaviors, such as feeling uncomfortable or avoiding situations, like social gatherings or interactions with family, distress in relationships, insomnia, using drugs or alcohol to cope. Anxiety can present in lots of ways, but the bottom line is if it's interfering with your work or your relationships or your school or your ability to be productive, then you need to do something about it. Professional therapists and psychologists are trained to help people figure out what the underlying causes of their anxiety are, and then learn ways to cope or manage with that. At New London Counseling Center, we have therapists who are trained in different techniques like cognitive behavioral therapy and mindfulness-based cognitive therapy. And those are both great ways to really learn how to manage and control your anxiety. The exercise that I'm going to teach you today is a miniature version of a body scan. It's important to be able to recognize what's happening inside of your bodies because our bodies are like a barometer that tell us what is going on with our mental state and our emotional state. Most people, though, are more aware of the weather, the amount of money in their bank account, or the time of day than they are what's happening inside of their bodies. So your body recognizes stress long before your brain does. And your body has a way of telling you whether or not you're stressed out or if there's something that you need to take care of. A big part of the mindfulness-based cognitive therapy class that I'll be starting soon is to become more aware of your body and how our bodies and our minds work together. So for instance, we all have pain, but did you know that your brain interprets the physical sensation of pain and your brain can actually make the pain feel worse or not as bad? By using mindfulness, we can actually lower our levels of pain and stress and anxiety. So let's get started. Find a comfortable position. You can either sit up in your chair with both feet on the floor, or you can lie down, whatever you're comfortable with, but rest your hands gently and close your eyes or have a soft and steady gaze towards the floor. Keep your upper body straight and tall like a mountain if you're sitting in a chair, but relax your shoulders and allow the chest to be soft and expansive. Start with some deep breathing. Take a few long, deep breaths to settle into this moment. A deep breath in and a full breath out, allowing any tension you may be holding onto to melt away. Feel the air move into your nose, your mouth, and down your throat, into your lungs. It isn't always easy to maintain focus on your body or breath, and you may find your mind wandering from time to time. If that's the case, just gently, without criticism, return your attention back to where you want it. Now allow your breath to return to normal. Relaxed, natural breathing. Focus on your body and let all the parts of your body come into your awareness spontaneously. What parts come into your awareness first? What parts are you less aware of? Which parts of your body can you feel easily? And which parts of your body have a little sensation? Do you notice any difference between the right and left side of your body? Then slowly begin to scan your body, starting at the top of your head, noticing any sensations here. Allowing your face to feel soft and relaxed. Noticing if you're clenching the jaw, and if you are, release it. Softening the area around your mouth and lips. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth and allow it to rest gently. Smoothing any wrinkling or furrowing of your eyebrows or your forehead. Then bring your awareness to the sensation in your neck and the shoulders. Observing sensation here and shifting your awareness from one shoulder to the other. Noticing if the sensation here is similar or different. Gently raise your shoulders just a bit and allow the shoulder blades to float outward and back like wings, and let them float gently down the back. Extend your awareness down the arms, relaxing the wrists, the hands, and the fingers. Take a few more deep breaths. And gently start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing your awareness back into the room. You can open your eyes when you're ready. So what was this experience like for you? Did you notice anything new about your body? Did you notice any tension that you didn't realize was there? Or pain that you weren't aware of? Did you notice anything that felt good, that you were grateful for? Each time you do this exercise, you're training your mind to become more attuned or more aware of your body and what it's experiencing. And your body is going to tell you what it needs. So we just have to open up our minds to listen to it. So that's it for this week. I hope that you will join me again next week as we talk about anger and frustration. We're also going to talk about changing our thinking around our current circumstances and reframing that to be more positive and grateful and compassionate. So, as always, please don't hesitate to contact us at the New London Counseling Center to get an appointment with one of our therapists, or in case of an emergency, call 911 or go to your local emergency room. I hope you all have a blessed week.
New London Counseling Center is still offering telehealth services to both new and existing clients regardless of financial situation. If you or someone you know would like to schedule an appointment with a member of our licensed clinical team, call 484-746-3112. Thank you for watching and for the generous contributions of those who have made mental health care accessible in our community. Want to take a more in-depth look at how to unwind, recharge, and live life with less stress and more calm? Follow the link in the description to sign up for alerts on our upcoming mindfulness-based cognitive therapy class.